Hey guys, Ponce here on the public test room, and since Sion is going to be released probably sometime this week, the rework rather, I'm going to make another video, me in top lane with him. Also, I might be preempting this, but I might be making a Sion guide, so this might be used for that, but in any case, let's just buy our items. I recommend this door and shield, but I like a really offensive, angry playstyle. So we're going to get Doran's Blade.
When does the killing start?
And I am against a Jarvan. Now, normally I would say Jarvan would probably do well against a Sion in this lane matchup. I think it's actually one of the things that would give him a lot more problems. He tends to have problems with a lot of poke and stuff like that. But the thing is, I basically I play lots and lots and lots of Jarvan, so I know how he works, like just kind of really, really well. So I should be able to exploit that fact and do tolerably in this lane, but like I said, we'll see how it goes. Well, that was fun. Okay, so the person who got the first blood was their jungler. In any case, let's refocus ourselves to what's going on here. Enemy Jarvan got an assist, so he might be coming back in with an extra pot. Actually, no, he can't come. He's got 5 pots. Cloth armor, okay.
Always marching.
So he's going for a really defensive build set there. Probably just get... put a point to Soul Furnace, I suppose. I don't mind eating a hit for him because I have the shield. I'm going to farm up right at level 1. I like taking Soul Furnace at level 1, so...
Fire in my veins. I do not bleed.
If I was Jarvan, I'd hide in there because I know I have a better level 1 trade, or he has a better level 1 trade, but he didn't do that. So my laziness doesn't cost me.
Din of the dying.
So he started,
These wounds bring pain.
wasted his Q there.
I will.
So he's already level 2. Want to be a little bit careful. He probably won't all in me. Yeah, there you go. He actually did.
You can take me.
I probably could have killed him without... If I have to... That'll be annoying if I have to burn flash. No, there we go. I risked it, but I knew I could on reaction flash and kill him at any point, so... Now, that's the risk with running Jarvan. I said playing Jarvan probably, or rather Jarvan to do quite well against Sion. The thing is, if you all-in Sion, I have just basically a free massive Q on him. So you got to be really confident with being able to land your all-in EQ combo with Jarvan. You're just screwed if you don't do it properly. So he's going to want that. I'm going to... damn, I should have angled it better. I was trying to deny him a cannon minion, but it's okay. This is going to push in, so not too worried.
Ally, enemy, I don't care.
I don't want to do anything too offensive because that's the thing about Sion. I can have a lot of offensive poke potential, but I also push back the wave in doing so, unless I do it like very carefully. So I don't mind this pushing in for the time being. It's going to miss a bit of CS.
Where are they?
Ah, damn. I'm going to miss some CS too.
It gnaws.
Grab the easy auto attacks. Freeze that there. He can't grab any of this wave. Keep up the harass. This Jarvan is not very busy with his Q poke. It looks like he's kind of new to the champion, or at least in the top lane he hasn't played it too much. Otherwise he'd be spamming his Q trying to keep me back. Otherwise, because it feels like I sort of have free reign at the moment. Oops, a bit slow there. Oh, that was a mistake. Ooh. I could have flash killed him probably there, but I was a bit slow on my reaction to punish him. He did something quite silly, and I didn't capitalize. But that's okay. We already have a kill. I haven't backed yet and bought my item. So we're just going to quickly...
You're nothing.
I got creep block.
Cowardice be met with death.
Alright, so we're going to push up to the tower. He's going to lose all that minion farm right there. Okay, so let's build... Jarvan is building nothing of consequence. Alright, so let's just build pure offense. And I'm not going to get a ward because I am a terrible player. So let's just go with that. Health potion.
Another trinket to be shattered. What toll have I paid?
A trinket to be shattered? What are you talking about? Did he say that one about a health potion? You don't shatter health potions, you drink them.
Pain, no feeling. But
Every time he says that no pain, no feeling thing, I think he's going to say no pain, no gain, but he doesn't say that, does he? Anyway, let's focus on the game. That has nothing to do with anything. And, alright. Okay, I see their jungler, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, I could potentially kill him with an ult here. In fact, I'm going to. I didn't know if he was going to, like, immediately EQ combo. That was kind of a waste of a flash. Or not a flash, an ignite. I'm pretty sure I could have killed him without it, but like I said, I just kind of wanted to be safe. You know, I'm commentating and talking about, you know, what I'm doing here, so that tends to distract me. So whenever I'm doing that, I tend to play it safe and just kind of make excuses after the fact. Anyway, let's do this. His teleport is down, so I can take this tower here. Ezreal may have rage quit or something. Be slightly unfortunate, but a bit inefficient with some CS. But, you know, like I said, what I'm trying to do in this video anyway is just show off the new Sion kit. I'm surprised he didn't EQ combo on me. I would have done that. He's going to grab that there. Hit him with that. I'm low on mana, so I can't really do too much here. I can be potentially killed by a gank. Plus, oh, he doesn't even have his ult yet, actually. Oh, once he has his ult, I'm kind of in danger of being ganked. But until then, I should be okay. So I'm going to zone him out here, like that. A little bit. So I'm going to force him to waste his mana and time EQ comboing out. So he can't do anything for a while. Whenever you force a Jarvan to EQ combo out, it is a massive, massive victory for you. Jarvan waste his skills a little. No, he's missing. He wasn't all that damaged, so he should be back. I mean, I don't... Whoop, I'm gonna miss. Oh, yeah, that, never mind. Maybe he did strange, but I'm gonna grab all that CS. Okay, yeah, Jarvan is... He was going over there. He's missing for a long time. So I'm going to deny him as many minions as possible. I can kill the tower at any point, so, you know, we're just going to do it this way.
Another corpse for the pile. The quiet eats.
So we just missed 2 full waves because I fully froze the thing right in front of the tower, and then we finished off. You're gonna die there, hopefully, but... Grab the full wave there. That wave, I can see it's gonna, yeah, it's gonna meet about there, so I do need to push this. Even this is a bit dangerous, but it feels like I kind of have free reign. They're mid, I don't know where he went, so... Jarvan there. Do you want to EQ combo over? That would be a mistake. I'm not sure what he was thinking there. So yeah, let's go over here. Hopefully we get to something at least vaguely resembling a late game. I mean, I'm really fed, so I mean, I could have pushed an extra wave there, but I mean, I'll get something resembling a late game build relatively soon. Oh, that's unfortunate. A bunch of the team just rage quit now. I guess that, I mean, it's the public test realm, so fortunately you're not going to get too many more good games than that.
Only cowards
But
fear
um,
death.
I'm going to run around murdering things for the next 10 minutes. But hopefully we kind of showed off his laning potential. Like I said, I think Jarvan actually would do very well against a Sion if played correctly. Unfortunately for the enemy Jarvan, I play Jarvan like in 99% of the games I play ranked in because I just spam Jarvan because I know all the ins and outs of that character. So I knew what he was going to do at every point. I knew how to exploit him missing EQ combos and stuff like that. But oh, if that had hit, I probably would have killed. I note that, for those of you guys not particularly familiar with the kit and the rework, if I roar a minion and it like slams it backwards, if I hit anyone with it, they get snared as well. So.
Is this what passes for war? I'll rip the meat from your bones.
Oh. Oh, what? I'm not dead? Oh, now I'm dead. I thought I was dead, but anyways, like I said, this game is done, so I'm just gonna run around having some fun. So if I'm gonna run around, I'm gonna make the build at least realistic. I mean, if I want to be running around silly and having, trying to get as many kills as possible, what I would do is build mobility boots, but I don't want to do that. Given their team comp, I want to realistically think about this. You're an AP Ezreal, I see. Okay, so you have that. You have CC. You have CC. 3 people with potential forms of CC, but it's all avoidable. So I don't think I'd actually go Merc Tread this game, although I think it would be a viable choice. Your auto attack reliant. Your auto attack reliant. Your auto attack reliant. So I'd probably just go these boots there. Maybe we can do something fun. He's going to try and push in the thing. Oh, he's not? See, the thing Sion can do is right at when I reach around here, I can just ult back into lane, and if he's sitting there auto-attacking my tower, particularly if he's low, you know how a lot of these trades go, people push up the tower when they're about half-life, not too much mana. You just press your ult and you run right into them. And a lot of times, I mean, as people become more and more used to Sion, they're probably not going to be caught out in that sort of trick very often. But especially early Sion, you can really exploit the fact that people are not going to realize or are going to forget you're going to ult, from almost your base, run straight back in the lane with your ult, and just kill them under tower. I've gotten a lot of kills like that, so. Just going to waste my shield for no apparent reason. Looks like we can just push in. So probably what I'm going to do is I'm going to run here. Note that the ult it's very hard to control it, so you need to actually get into lane, or at least get like a straight takeoff path, as I like to call it, and then just kind of come in like this. Yeah, it's like... Oh, she killed him. Now she's got to chase down. Ezreal, save me! No, okay, it's not happening. So we can actually kill the inhib probably. Oh, chickened out. Alright, so what would we, again, realistically, if this was a real game, what would we buy next? Here comes a Katarina. Jarvan is like completely shut down. He's largely not worth considering, at least for the short term. Maybe I need to think about him later, but Jarvan's, looking at how he's building, he's probably more offensive than normal. So eventually he might be something I'd have to consider. Zyra's the support. She's the most fed. Largely, yeah, it looks like their damage comes from physical sources. So I'd probably go with my standard Randuin's Omen first kind of build. Almost always. I mean, there will be exceptions to this rule, obviously, but pretty much always I go Hydra first, and then from there I start thinking about a defensive item. I'll build, something like what's it called? Randuin's Omen, and then maybe a secondary defensive item. From there, sometimes, depending on what the team needs, I might build a second offensive item early. For example, like a Maw of Malmortius. On certain occasions, I've even built Trinity Force, largely because, well, he has a problem. His pretty much only problem is getting kited around. As you've seen, he certainly has really, really crazy damage potential if the enemy team or a certain enemy champion screws up and gets caught out of position. So it's a lot like Darius in that sense. Darius's biggest weakness is getting kited around. So to mitigate that, sometimes I do build Trinity Force. It's not absolutely ideal on him, considering he's not a sort of a spam ability sort of character. Let's grab that.
I hate this waiting.
So I'm going to see if I can actually get my ult. Boom. Alright, so I'm just going to push this up for the sake of pushing it up. Yeah, when Sion ults, he makes a huge noise. I'm not sure exactly what the radius is on his yelling sound effect, but he pretty much alerts the whole map that he's starting to suddenly charge out of nowhere. So if you think you're in a vulnerable position and you start to hear this noise, it's probably Sion coming for you. It's a lot like hearing darkness from what's that guy called? Nocturne, but the screen doesn't go dark. But yeah, grab that.
Bring no pain.
I'm gonna tank the tower for no real reason. Back off.
Do not bleed. Always marching.
Jarvan, is he gonna come for me? No, he's not. No guts. Honestly, Jarvan, if he had his ult up, could have. Well, he wouldn't have killed me, but he would have forced my flash at any rate. Kill secured, indeed. All right.
Soaked in blood.
At this stage, we could actually just take that.
Forget the faces of the slain.
I sure love tanking towers today. Yeah, that's a kill secured. He still has his ult up, yeah. So I don't want to die this time, so I'm just going to play it a bit more cautiously. Like I said, Sion is very, very kiteable. If you just walk towards someone, you're going to get kited out. You have to play things very carefully, and it's just sort of exploit when enemies miss with their abilities, and use your abilities very judiciously.
Break their will and their bones. Bleed for me.
So not a lot going on here. We're just gonna get this out. I'm out of mana, that's why it's not going on. And we end the game off this. Hit both of them with the snare there. So I might be screwed there, so I'm gonna back off. You're screwed. Never mind. It's not me. Alright, so they're going to successfully defend while I walk off and do my own thing with nearly 4,000 gold in the bank. So we can talk about the builds a little bit more, unless I'm so slow that I don't get to do it in the next 30 seconds and they surrender. But we can start looking now. So what I would do from here is, yeah, their only threat at all is the Jinx. So she's been capitalizing on the fact that we're all kind of screwing around. So I'd get Randu and Zoman from here. Now this is kind of where the interesting part of the build comes in. Do I want to be offensive or do I want to be defensive, or offensive or defensive? That largely depends on how the game is going. I can't really judge based on this game because this game is silly. We could actually surrender. You know what? I think that's appropriate. They tried. We're going to give... I'm going to hit the yes button because they stuck around as 3. But in any case, from here, probably my main considerations would be Warmogs, or maybe maybe a Malmortius, depending on how their magic damage was, and then forego any other magic resist type item. Malmortius is what I get when the game is going relatively well, and there are magic threats on the game, but they're not huge magic threats, and I don't have to build like an actual magic defense item like Banshee's Veil and stuff like that. So yeah, let's hit the yes button. Good job, enemy team. Let's give the enemy team a round of applause. Good game, everyone. We clearly do not stand a chance there. But in any case, that's Sion. That's sort of how he works. And like I said, hopefully you got a kind of an idea of how he works in the laning phase, and how even if the matchup in my mind seemed bad to me, he always has like a comeback potential. You can exploit when people screw up really, really hard. Very much like Darius. Like I'm sure you guys experienced, if you've ever gone top lane very much and you fought Darius. You think you're winning the lane really hard. You're like, yeah, I'm doing awesome. I got the first 2 kills. I got a decent CS lead. And then suddenly Darius hits level 6, and he's sort of been buying his time, and he just bought, one decent AD item like a pickaxe or something. And then he hits level 6, and he hooks you, and then he hits you a few times, and you ult, and you die. And like, what the hell? I've just been winning this whole time. He always, if you're not paying attention, has this... he can immediately destroy you kind of kill potential. So it's kind of a very high tension sort of lane where you got to keep him out. You don't want to get stuck in this this idea where you got to where you have to resist the temptation or the urge to just sit there and brawl with him and face tank what he's doing, regardless of what your lead is. And of course, conversely, if you're the Sion, what you want to do is try and create those situations where the enemy is screwing up and they get out of position, and you have to exploit those. And as soon as they happen, champions like that are very, very potent, especially with jungle ganks. It doesn't matter how far behind they are. If a jungler comes in, gets you some CC, and like just kind of messes up the enemy champions. Options. You can come in and then really CC people down and really burst them down very quickly. Of course, his ult works really well in conjunction with junglers. Like you can start a fight out of nowhere, out of vision. You just go and you charge into him, and then the jungler shows up, and then the 2 of you beat the crap out of him. Stuff like that. And of course, Sion can sometimes create opportunities like that for himself, especially what I was talking about, like with when you're running back into lane, you use your ult when the enemy team or the enemy champion is blown a lot, trying to get your tower, stuff like that. Of course, you can use that in team fights as well to start good team fights, although it's a bit harder in those situations. But yeah, I've certainly started a lot of good team fights in the past using that ult. It's very hard to hit. Even when you get really good and used to it, you're still going to miss it sometimes, because basically if the enemy is paying any attention at all and they can see you coming, it's more so on the enemy team to not dodge it than for you to actually hit someone with it. Literally, all the enemy has to do is walk to the side a little bit. It's just kind of like a train coming straight at you. Step off the tracks, and typically you'll dodge it. If you have flash, even better. And if they have any kind of blink type ability, they can use that and get out of the way. But yeah, hopefully I've kind of highlighted generally what the idea behind, more so the concept behind him and how he works in lane, rather than obviously this was not a realistic game. Their Ezreal rage quit pretty much immediately, and then their Udyr rage quit despite getting first blood. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and this is the Sion, who will hopefully be released this week. See you guys around.